we are going to look at environmental issues with dogs. I'm an end user of these dogs. For many years, I've purchased dogs and sought out dogs to do narcotics detection, explosives detection, police patrol work, and one of the limiting factors we have is dogs that cannot go and walk on slick floors, cannot handle going upstairs and downstairs. They can't go into dark places. They struggle with these things, and that kind of dog is not going to function in our society today as a police service dog. We search buildings. We're going in all kinds of places, and we just have to make sure that we have dogs that can do that. And there's a tool for the breeders who want to breed dogs. They can look at this and determine whether or not these two dogs both have problems. They probably shouldn't be bred. Look at a dog who's really strong, maybe a dog that's okay, and that will work out. They'll just have to use this as information for what they know about their animals and try to produce more. I think it's a great idea. I think we should do more of it. On the slippery floor section here, what we want you to do is run the dog across it and come across it pretty good, and then turn around and come back at least once. The first time they come through, they may be surprised. They trust you, that you've been working with them, and they're going to hit this floor, and some of them are going to go, ah! And when you bring them back, that's when I'm going to see a problem. Walking across the linoleum. And back again.
Oh.
One more time.
Oh.
What's up? And then we have this unstable surface. I'd like you to approach from one end to the other. Not in the middle, come to the ends and jump the dog up onto it. And it's going to move. That's what we want it to do. All right.
She's going to be 7. We took her out of retirement for this.
Am I allowed to drop this?
Yeah. Sure. This is informal. We're looking at the dog. That's all it's about. I don't need to see dogs that are super stressed. That would be a really poor performance and put into the insufficient category. But with a lot of experience of doing this stuff, you start to see traits in dogs that tell you what their nervous structure is. This really is a nerves test. And so I see some dogs that the first and second time they go over the linoleum there, and they start to shake. These are nerve problems. And so even though some of the dogs may have done the skill, some of the dogs got rated adequate because you can see their character through the testing. Right? To me, this is analogous to looking at the bark and guard. A dog can do a bark and guard. He can be trained to do a bark and guard, but he's not going to get a super high score because he's not doing it with all the right things. A very confident dog with a super strong nervous structure is essentially seeking out these challenges, wants to jump on them, will throw himself at those new challenges. That's the very top end animal we look for. All right, so I figured that this is something new for most people. I just told Deb that I went and did this kind of testing. It's part of my testing for narcotics and explosives and search and rescue dogs, as well as patrol dogs. I went and did some work for the State Department down in Bogota, and I looked at 400 detector dog candidates. I took 36, and this next test we're doing is one that eliminated the majority of those, but also some of this type of testing. We didn't do it exactly the same way, but this type of testing eliminated a bunch. So this in the industry I work, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. All right. So where are we going?
Around the
Hunt
corner.
drive.
Yeah.
It's going to be done. The toy is going to get tossed off into the weeds. Before you let your dog go, I want you to turn 360 degrees around. I don't want to give an advantage for dogs that spot well. You know what spotting is in field work? We want them to hunt. That's the test, not spot. So turn them after the ball is out. Turn them 360 degrees, and then let them go hunt.
But they watch as the ball is being thrown.
Yeah, so they know the general area, but they just can't go. It's right there. Looking for dogs who are energetically seeking out the ball, using their nose. And hunting is not just nose. If they use some of their eyes, that's okay to an extent too. But we want to see the dog energetically looking and continuously looking for the toy that's out there. All right? And you'll see behavior like a tail up. You'll see the dog's head down. They'll be moving and hunting back and forth. You saw a little bit of that in the article search stuff where the dog was hunting. That's the kind of behaviors we're looking for in this. You want to play some ball and have her hold the dog, or you want to hold the dog and let
I'll hold the
let
dog,
her
yeah.
tell the dog what to do?
Yeah, I'll hold her
the ball
back and then
again.
she'll just already go.
Hand him the ball.
Give it to Jason.
Thanks. All right. Same thing as last time. It's really cool. I'm gonna get one from we have a female dog in the unit. I'm getting one. That and a pink leash.
Yeah.
That'll be a 360 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull her in a 360 now.
You're gonna tell her when to go, okay?
So you'll find it.
Go!
Good girl.
She's like, I found it.
That's enough, man.
I know.
Look at Mara wants to go forward. Good girl, Mara. That's where I go.
Can take her on a walk.
Yeah.